Good morning, everyone. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you are watching the 2025 Olhausen Raxx Mezz Invitational. Got a great match to start this morning. Mayte Ropero versus Kristina Tkach. This is a race to 8 B-side matchup. I've got Ann Arbor Derek, Mr. Derek Pagurski, in the booth with me this morning.
Hey, hey.
All right, so we're getting settled. Dean Raisler, the president of the WPBA, is currently doing his player announcements throughout the room. We've got tons of great matches going on today. It's going to be a long and great day of pool. Let's see what we got going on. We're going to check out what's going on here. We got Sophia Mass and Savannah Easton for our 1 o'clock matchup, so that's going to be awesome. Wei Su Chen and Bean Hung are still on the A side in this event. Che Yu Cho and Allison Fisher are on the A side, as well as Shang and Janet Atwell. So those are the top 8 on the A side still of this event. Last night, Ilu Kibaragalu had a killer good match against Sarah Rocha, and she'll be playing Pia Filler today. Dawn Hopkins is playing Nina Torvind. Sakura Miramatsu is playing Kaylee McIntosh. We've got this matchup here between Mayte and Kristina. Vic Drum is playing Olivia Chang. Joanne Ashton will be competing against Christina Zlateva. Boyana Sarach and Veronique Menard will be playing, as well as Caroline Powell and Margarita Fefalova-Steyer. So our B side is just as beastly as our A side in this event.
Yeah.
17 countries being represented. We're just waiting for them to finish the player announcements, and these ladies will be lagging for the first break. Stay tuned. Lots of action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is the lag for the first break. Kristina Tkach, your world number 1, is on your left. Mayte Ropero is on your right.
Looks like a good leg here.
Oh, Kristina takes it home. All right, so this is how this match is going to work. These ladies are racing to 8. They're going to lag for the first break, which you just saw. There's an alternate break format thereafter. The 9-ball doesn't count on the break in the bottom 2 pockets. The 9-ball is on the spot. The no break box. The opponents rack for each other, which I know is something you guys are not used to seeing. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and this is cue ball fouls only. So Mayte will be racking for Kristina Tkach. Kristina actually can check the rack. She cannot physically touch it, and she can ask for adjustments, but she cannot touch the rack. So you see Mayte's checking it, making sure that everything's tight. Kristina said, I trust you. Let's go.
Quick question, Lonnie.
Sure.
If you move 2 or more object balls accidentally, is that a foul?
Yeah, I do believe it is, but that would be a tournament director's question.
Right.
I haven't seen it happen yet, so it's not actually happened on the stream, so I don't really know. Good morning, Christy. Thank you for tuning in, girlfriend. Your mom is headed to go see all the cool sights in New York. They stopped in this morning. All right, so
Oh,
she
look at her
makes it.
cue ball on the break there.
Yeah,
She
she
puts,
makes a
that's,
great break and gets a amazing starting shot on the
yeah,
two.
when you put it in the center of the table, that's the maximum probability of getting position on the lowest numbered ball. I mean, that's the spot you'd want to leave. If you had ball in hand, you'd put it in the middle of the table every time.
Yeah,
And that's what she did.
absolutely.
You know, the fact that she's not world number one is not a big surprise, I don't think, to anybody.
No, I wouldn't think so.
That was interesting. I thought she might play that side position, but okay, I'm thinking the six baller. Okay, my bad.
Is that you?
No.
Maybe try Frank. All right. Sorry, guys. The staff here stopped and asked. Somebody was taking ice water. I have no idea who that was. All right. So a little bit of information about Kristina Tkach. We call her the Crystal. She is born in Moscow, Russia, but she currently resides in Indiana. She is #1 in world ranking and #1 in WPBA ranking. Her first WPBA event was at the Soaring Eagle and Casino and Resort. And it doesn't say what year, but I feel like it was like 4 years ago. She plays with a Predator Black 4.5. She breaks with the BK Rush Gold. She has an Air Rush jump cue, and her tip is a soft victory. This lady right here is the Super Billiards Expo champion. She was a 2024 10-ball world champion. She's a 3-time WPBA champion, 8-time Euro Tour champion, and a 6-time European champion. She is sponsored by Predator.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, at a very young age, too.
Yeah, she's just a baby. She plays amazing. She's one of my favorite competitors to watch.
Looks like she got an unintentional kiss there on that safety play. I think she was trying to move the 7-up table and leave distance, but she got a unfortunate kiss there, and looks like pretty easy shot in the side. Ooh. Kind of wiped its feet there off that outside rail, but she got it. She got it down.
All right, taking advantage.
Yes.
Taking advantage.
That's what you got to do. Mayte, yeah.
All right, so speaking of Mayte, they call her name is Maria Teresa Ropero. They call her Miyagi. That's her nickname. I love that. She's currently only ranked 48th on the WPBA, but she is ranked 23rd in the World Pool Association's rankings. So she is a top 30 world ranked player. Her first WPBA event was when we were doing the Open Predator events. She plays with a Mezz Ace Ignite shaft, and her break cue is a Mezz Power Break. She also jumps with the Air Drive 3, which I heard is an amazing jump cue. And she has a cue case, which is the MZ24 Black. She is sponsored by, of course, Mezz and Starline Apparel. She is a VNEA Master 9-ball champion in 2018. She had second in the European Championships teams in Spain, for Spain. She is the 2024 runner-up in the European 10-ball championships, and 2 times she had gone 3rd place in Euro Tour events. So she's seasoned. I know she's also a mother and very busy young lady. So to see her be so competitive on a world stage is pretty impressive.
Yeah. I concur.
Yeah, like just to be able to find the time to work when you're raising a child is tough all by itself, you know? All right, let's see what she's got here.
Yeah, see
Let's
what
look.
the angle it does. It's close, that's for sure. It's hard to tell. Is the 9 obstructing the 1? You need to swerve it. Doesn't look like she's going to swerve. It looks like she can get it through there. Oh,
Oh,
wow, that was a big mistake.
not a good shot by Kristina
Wow,
Tkach.
couple unforced errors there. Kind of surprising.
All right, so Mayte here, it looks as though she's looking to catch the window on the right long rail for the 2.
Yeah, that's going to be... Now she might be able to go with max draw and just bump the 3. But I don't see her queuing low, so I don't think she's going to do that. She's going to go for the window. As you suggested, it's close.
Yeah, I don't think she got the whole ball. She may
I
have
don't
the
think
top
so.
side of it, but I don't
Right.
think she got the whole ball. Thank you, Mark Ellers, for your donation to the stream. We appreciate you.
I thought maybe a pinch draw was the way to go and bump the 3, but you know it's hard to tell. That was a pretty narrow window.
Yeah, but it may have been a little steeper than we thought as well.
Yeah,
It's kind of,
it could have been. Could definitely have been.
it's an optical illusion for us. That's what
An
I tell
optical
people.
illusion, yeah.
Yes. All right, so there we have. But what a great safety play by Mayte Ropero. Ada would call that jail time.
Yeah, that was... Looks like she's looking at the 2-railer and passing on. I think I always want to go with the 1-railer if it's available, but she's going to have to probably spin this with right-hand spin to open the angle. Maybe not. Just go up higher on the... This would be a preference shot. Some people like using a little bit of running English, which would be right English in this case. Some people might just use a center ball or a high ball and no English at all. It's a personal preference there. There's not a right or a wrong way.
Well, nice effort.
Didn't look like she spun it. What do you think, Lonnie? Looked like she just was using center ball or maybe high ball, a little
Just
bit
trying
of
to
high.
make the hit, right?
I don't think she used... It didn't come off the cushion like it had spin.
What up, right? What's up, Torture? Torture in the chat room. Thanks for tuning in, bud. We missed you. Haven't seen you the last couple of days. All right, so looks as though she's got another safety play option here. And I'm guessing that she will go ahead and continue to do that. I like that she tried to keep the 2 down by the 3 instead of causing separation between the 2 and the 3. Because if she does get ball in hand, it makes that, you know, a much better shot.
That was an excellent shot. I mean, she did have an opportunity to go there, you know, pocket the shot. But I like her choice. She's playing smart. She took the high probability shot. That was a nice kick too.
Very nice.
By Kristina. When a ball is on the rail like that, it's a much smaller ball, so your margin of error is much smaller. When the ball's off the rail, you know, you have a bigger margin of error. So that was an excellent shot.
There we go.
This looks like a little bit of left-hand spin, go behind and spin up into the 2, unless she can see the bottom edge. Not sure. I think she's spinning into this from the bottom long rail. Yeah, like that. She got a little fortuitous bounce for the make, but now she's hooked behind the purple. The purple is what ball there, Lonnie? The purple.
The 5.
Purple is the 5. Yeah, she's snookered behind the purple 5.
Good morning, everyone that's just tuning in. Grab your coffee, get you a nice egg sandwich, and let's watch some pool today.
Yeah.
All right, so a good effort. Didn't really leave Kristina a ton, but there's options for safeties.
She might try to go behind the pink here, just a thin hit, go off the long rail and go in behind the pink. That's one option. Maybe
looked at the 3-ball combination almost.
Is she looking at the 3-9? Does the Boy,
It's
from
tough.
here, the monitor doesn't look like it goes by the pink, but so she has options here. She's contemplating because it's not. There's no obvious choice here. But I'd say right now she's playing the 9. Nope, it wasn't there. I don't think it was. From the monitor, it didn't look like it had room to get by. I know it was really close. She might have been able to cheat the pocket there. She definitely didn't have all of the pocket. Well, I just see, cross corner bank with high left come out above the 9 to the middle of the table. So,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know. She used a lot of speed and a lot of draws. It was, I thought she played that more pocket speed with a little bit more control.
All right, so here, finally, this rack has opened up. Kristina gets to come to the table with a really nice, settling, easy starting shot.
Yeah.
Let's see if she can get kind of settled in, get reacclimated. I know she's probably going to be upset to have given away the first rack the way she did, but she'll resettle. That's why she's a champion.
Yeah, she had a really good angle on that last shot. So, is she going to play the
Looks like she's
6 in
playing
the
this with a
side?
high right.
Is she going to play this in the side or play it up
I
in
think
the
she's
upper
going to try
corner?
to catch the window between the 6 and the 8.
Let's see.
Yeah, she put all that
Ooh,
high
boy.
spin on it, but I don't know how I felt about that. I think she would have been just as well to drag it around 2 rails to the out,
Yeah.
out of the top left corner.
She seems a little off. I mean, this is definitely very makeable for her, but it was tougher than what she wanted. Probably do a little Z here, 2 rails.
Oh,
1, 2.
She used all of the pocket on that shot.
That was a 3 rails Z-er there, so that was an excellent shot. That was a nice recovery. She was in trouble there on the 6 ball. She was in trouble. 2 rails forward, play the 8 in this upper right corner, I believe. She's going to go forward. Just like that. Little tip of high, tip of right. Boy, she overcooked that one.
Little raise of the eyebrows there for Kristina because she also knows that she's overcooked that shot a little.
Yeah.
And I think she just needs to keep grinding, work it one ball at a time, and get herself back into a rhythm.
I agree. She
Right.
had a couple ways. She just stunned over
Great
to
shot.
the middle of the table. She could have went 2 rails too. That would be like a preference shot. I don't think there's a right or a wrong way there. Some people would have just gone high ball with right hand spin, but
Nice shot by Kristina.
Yeah.
She got herself back on the board. You can see we've got lots of cool matches going on around the room. Let's check out what some of those matches are. Ilu Kiblaroglu has taken a commanding lead in the beginning racks, 2-0 over Pia Filler, but these are races to 8. Nina Torvind is currently up 1-0 over Dawn Hopkins. Sakura Muramatsu is up 1-0 over Kaylee McIntosh. Wen Bic Trum is up 2-0 over Olivia Chang. Joanne Ashton is currently up 1-0 over Kristina Zlateva. Boyana Saric is up 2-0 over Veronique Menard. And Caroline Powell and Margarita Fefalova-Steyer are sitting at 1s. Great B-side matchups. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is our B-side. If that tells you how tough this tournament is, that is our B-side.
oh, it's tough. For
Our
sure.
top 3 players on tour are currently on the B-side.
Wow. Well, successful break and good cue ball control. Kristina used the cut break, but unfortunately she didn't get good position on the 2. That was just a kind of a unfortunate bounce. But I think she can see the left edge of this too, and she might drop behind the pink here. Let's see. Let's see what she does. Yeah, she's okay. She's going using the 9 as a blocker. I don't know if she's got it.
Yeah, she got it.
She got it. She got it. Couldn't tell.
Nice.
So right away I see a 2-rail kick, bottom rail, long rail, and come up to hit the 2. If she takes that option, the 2-railer, she's gonna want to hit this with some pace, because you're just fighting for your life. You're trying to get. Oh, she's gonna jump. She's shooting the jump, which is fine. I like her cue ball there. She cut it down table and tried to go up table with the cue ball. So she got over that object ball real easy there. It was a nice jump.
Oh, she could see the edge of that.
Mm-hmm.
Very well played.
This
very
is why
well
she's number 1. Stuff like that. Her speed. That's
Yeah.
excellent speed.
As Ada would say, that's Ada Leo's jail time.
Yeah. The 2-railer's tough here too because of the pink. I don't know if she can 2-rail this or 1-rail it. She might be able to go off this bottom rail and with right-hand spin, but the 3's kind of blocking her from using right and kind of spin it over 1 rail. I think that's her only chance here. She might not even have to use spin. Yeah, she might have had enough angle where she didn't need to use spin, but that was a good hit. She just didn't get she was just going for a hit there. It was unfortunate she didn't get a roll.
All right, so Kristina's going to try to play herself into the perfect window there for the 3. You see where she laid her cue. She's going to come 2 rails out back to the center of the table.
Yep.
She overcooked it a little, but it looks like I think she just caught it a little thin.
Yeah, little Z shape there. She kind of missed it on the side of caution, so she guaranteed seeing the 3. She definitely didn't want to hook herself on the 9 or anything, so kind of a smart. The way she missed that was a smart decision. If you're gonna miss that one on the
Another
on the thin
excellent
side. Yeah.
long rail safety there. She's very good at the speed control for those shots.
Yeah. So she's got a 1-rail kick there. The angle she was looking at. She might be able to spin below this 9 and spin up. But I think she's going for the 1-rail kick off the bottom. Just like that. She got a good hit, just didn't catch a roll there. Kristina's really playing smart, not trying to force the issue. 2 rails out of the corner, come back down to the bottom left side of the table. Just like that.
Right. So it either needs to stop or needs to go.
Yeah, I think she was playing to get below the 9, but we'll never know. I don't think she was trying to play into that gap.
No.
Too small a target area. Because if she would have went too far here and gone all the way to the bottom rails, she still would have had multiple safety options. So I think that was a slight error on her part. I mean, just a little bit more roll and she would be perfect. So it looks like she's She could be going one rail here or two. It's hard to tell from this angle. One rail. She might get a roll. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, does this go into the corner?
It looks like she might even have the angle to stun over for the 6. Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She had the angle and everything, so well played.
Nice shot.
Yeah, I don't think she could have hit that much better. It's a little high ball, maybe a skosh of right. It's one rail position here. Yeah, it didn't look like she had any spin on the ball. Nothing wrong with that. She's just a little high ball. Drifted a little bit.
She's just going to come back across table. She'll just come back and shoot the 9 in the same pocket if she can't play the 8 with slow enough speed.
Yeah. Looks like, actually, that angle looks real good. So she just come off the long rail below the side pocket and play the 9 in the opposite corner. Or she could come all the way across, play the 9 in the same. It's this her preference. She come across, plays it in the same pocket, yeah.
Well, you take less chance of deceleration in your stroke if you just go ahead and come back across table. Pocket the ball. Don't try to hold the cue.
Yeah, you're not going to see professional pool players rolling the ball too often if they can power it up and go multiple rails.
Yep, that's
Many
right.
little nuances in the felt or the table or anything aren't going to show up when you're powering the ball around.
All right, guys. Mayte Ropero up 2-1 over the Crystal at the moment. We're going to say thank you to our sponsors here. This is the 2025 Olhausen Raxx Mezz Invitational, also sponsored by Tsunami RJH Custom Cues, as well as a WPA World Pool Association World Ranking event. The tour sponsors for this year with the WPBA are Kamui, Diamond Billiard Products, Aramith, Simonis, Perfect Rack, Classic Billiards, Big Family Custom Creations, Castillo Leather Goods, How Flash, How Tips, and the ICA Training Tool. Mayte Ropero to break.
Looks like she's pocketed a ball. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, she hasn't pocketed a ball. Doesn't look like she's left anything easy here. A back cut on the 1. That's a tough shot. We might see a safety coming up here. I don't think she's going to take on the combination. What do you think? Do you think she's going to take this combination on, Lonnie? She might be.
She may just play a containing safety. I don't know.
That's what I think she's going to play a safe. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just going to bring the cue ball back down under the 9, use the 3 and the 9 as blockers.
Yeah.
Very well played by
That was
Kristina.
excellent. Yeah, that's why she's number 1.
Oh, Dan, thank you so much for your donation. If anyone is interested in donating in the stream, we continue to try to provide you with free coverage of the WPBA, the top lady players in the world. You can always donate through the chat, which right next to your chat box on our YouTube channel is a little money symbol. You can click there. We'll give you a shout out. You can also go to WPBA.com and there's a place there to donate. We appreciate any and all donations. And because of you guys and your donations and your support, we've been able to drastically improve our stream over the last year. So thank you guys for your continued support. And if you cannot donate or you cannot afford to, no worries. Please just enjoy the show. All right, ball in hand.
Yep.
Safety successful.
Yep. Kristina's just analyzing the rack here. I believe that's the 2 on the long rail on the right-hand side. So that's a little bit tricky getting on this first shape. Doesn't really have a great angle. So we'll see. Yeah, she did. That was a very, very difficult shape. I like what she tried to do. She tried to bump the pink out and to get on the 2. I think she can hit the 2 with maximum left here, catch the edge of it. I don't think she wants to hit it full. Oh, she could hit it full. That was a good attempt at a make there. Just didn't quite pocket it. She rattled the pocket, but.
Oh, thank you, Jan, for your donation. You're amazing. The best.
It's hard to tell from the monitor if she has an angle here to punch out towards the middle of the table, but I think she can. She could play that rail first too if she didn't have an angle. A little bit of an overstroke here. She wants to come in 2 rails. Back out towards the middle of the table. Just like that. Good shot.
Jan, no worries. I'll make sure Brittany gets the message about you emailing her. I'm sure she's seen it. She's been pretty busy. Being that she's our newest board member and our new VP for the WPBA, Brittany's a pretty busy girl. We keep her loaded up. We put all kinds of stuff on her plate. She can handle it.
Nice,
all right.
Nice shot there. Oh.
That little clip on the 8-ball ended up causing the cue ball to not quite be in the best position on the 5. Let's look and see. Yeah, that 7-ball. Luckily, the 6 is right in front of the corner pocket.
Yeah, she does. She's just kind of just go all out on these shots. You just go all out to make. Don't want to scratch cross side.
Looks like the 5 sitting a tad below the 7-2. So the cue ball may push off the left side of your view. We'll see how it. She was able to hit it in the face, but then again, she missed the ball. So. Right. Had she cut it cleanly and not undercut the ball, she might have banked the 7 all of the way there. Cue ball could have tracked forward. So, unfortunately for Mayte, she's going to be watching because I think Kristina is sitting in a pretty good position.
Yeah, the key is to get on the 7-ball here. That's the key ball. And then it looks like she can just come out 2 rails and play it in the bottom right where she's standing now.
Top right of our view?
Top right, 2 rails. Okay. Come down towards that left side pocket. And
I can't put myself in the shooter's position to call those pockets from there. Right or left, I have to do it from what we see.
Yeah.
I cannot visually do that. I cannot spin myself into their position. I don't know why, but so she's done exactly what Derek has said.
That was pretty close to perfect. She's stayed off the rail. She can make a normal bridge. She's probably got a couple options. She could probably go forward, bump the 9. She could draw out. She could draw off the rail and back up to the middle of the table. She could play the 8 in the side. So this is a preference.
All right, these ladies.
She can see the angle a little better than we can. So.
I like that.
That looked like the simple shot there, yes.
She actually took her extension there. So for those of you at home who aren't familiar, these ladies are on a 40-second shot clock with 1 40-second extension per rack. and 60 seconds after the break. So Kristina called the extension on the 7,
Yeah.
giving herself the necessary time. I like that. She knows how to manage the clock very well. To tie this match up.
And you notice on that shot when she got positioned on the 8, she could have rolled the ball up and got on the 9, but she went to the long rail and back out. You know, you want to have some pace on those on your shots. You take out the chance of skid or some kind of funny reaction from the balls. You don't see these top pros rolling the balls unless they absolutely have to. And there is situations where they have to roll the ball really soft, but they want to avoid that at all costs.
It allows you to not to decelerate either, so you can get a full stroke. It makes you much more comfortable. You don't have to question. Kristina's very good at managing the cue ball. Very, very good at that.
Yeah, I know when I play and I'm really soft rolling a ball, I usually put side spin on it just to avoid a possible skid. Because if you're just rolling balls with just no spin at all, the chances of a skid are probably at its highest. But she's like she's got to go
got another
over
great
and
break.
back. Yeah, she's got to go over and back, or maybe 2 rails up into the corner.
She's going to have to catch the window between the 8-6 if that's the case.
Yeah, she's going to have to put a little pace on this. I think you're right, Lonnie. Go between the 8-6. Go to the opposite long rail. She could be just pinching this. I don't know. We'll see. Probably between the 8-6 though. So she pinched it.
She did.
Yeah.
She was making sure she got the nice little bump there on there. I didn't like going through the 8-6. I just thought she didn't have any options. I thought she was going to have to, She hit that really well. Unfortunately, she's cueing awkwardly. Now, it is just cue ball fouls only here. So this, if she were to accidentally bump the 6 or the 8 with her hand, it would not be a foul. They would just move it back.
Ooh, we could see that right away.
Yeah. Such a hard shot, cueing over the ball like that.
Absolutely.
Cutting it. Hi, Drone Shots. We are in West Hempstead, New York at Raxx Bar and Billiards.
I accidentally said upstate New York, and Betsy, she scolded me.
Yeah.
That's
not where we are.
It's not upstate New York. I'm sorry.
Betsy,
from
she
Michigan.
doesn't mess around when it comes to the geography of the places she's been.
Man.
Boy, that woman.
You don't want to piss her off.
All right, nice kick by Mayte. She might even get a little fortunate.
Oh.
No, she does make
She
a great
looked up.
hit, though.
She looked up like, man, I can't catch a break. But Mayte's hanging right in there. It's 2-2.
The problem is if
doing
Kristina
great.
never gives her a shot, she'll never get a shot. She's going to have to kick something in or... and Kristina these are B-side matchups, so Kristina's going to be as tough as she can possibly be. I don't see her giving any single thing. If she doesn't think she can make it, pretty sure she's not shooting at it.
Yeah, she's
a tough
a seasoned pro,
well, and she
played
knows,
at the highest level of women's pool.
Absolutely. And Mayte as well, but I think when you're in this position against another great player and they're commanding and controlling the table, you've got to, something good's got to happen for you to get back up there. You're going to, Kristina's not going to give away any easy shots, so.
Yeah, my general theory is that the person that's the underdog is going to have to take more chances and to be more aggressive than their normal play, and the opposite would be true for Kristina, where she's considerably higher in Fargo. She's not going to take any chances. Like if she was playing somebody of her, same Fargo or somebody higher Fargo than her, she would be the one that would need to take the chances. Just kind of a general rule. of strategy. And the counter argument to that would be just play your game, you know. Don't think about all that other stuff. Just play your own game. It's the one pocket in me, Lonnie. I play a lot of one pocket, and you definitely are playing the score in one pocket like all the time. It's like
you
the
have to
score
play the
means
score in one
you
pocket.
play the score. And
You
so
know?
it's true in 9-ball too, but not as much so.
Shot. Oh, she needs a bump. She's going to get away with it. Oh, if she knocks it in, she's got to test her on the
Oh,
9.
she didn't want to do that.
That's all right. Just going to have to put a little more work in on this 9-ball. I'm pretty sure she'll probably use her extension here.
Boy, that was
She was dead in line on that 8, wasn't she?
that was not a good roll. She got a bad roll there.
She was definitely in line for the 8.
A lot of distance here. This is no hanger.
Beautiful.
Wow, she ginned it.
Hit it beautiful. All right, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen. Real quick, while these ladies are racking, we'll take a special word from our sponsors. All right, Mayte Ropero to break. They are breaking with the 9 on the spot. There is no break box. This is our first event with these break rules, so I think a lot of the girls are really starting to learn and understand this break.
A little high on the 1. Most of these women are playing the 1 in the
Kristina's like, you
opposite
grab
side
the 9, I'll
pocket.
grab the rack. They are using the perfect rack. That is the official rack sponsor of the WPBA. I am very fond of those racks. I have one at home and I've been using it for months and it's still like brand new. Really good template rack.
Yeah, the game just keeps getting better and better. The equipment gets better and better. The players are getting better and better. The commentating is getting better and better.
Commentating is getting better and better. I just let you
we can-
guys talk.
We can tell jokes.
I just let you guys go. Everybody wants to do some commentary. Come on in. Somebody else wants to talk about pool for a little while. I've been doing it for a lot of years.
Yeah, you're very good at it.
Thank you. Helps when I have great co-hosts. Makes me look good. Wow. Does she lock her up on that 8 or 9-ball?
Hard to tell. Nope,
Nah, no
doesn't
good.
look like it.
No bueno. But I tell you what, Mayte, if she wanted to get a little aggressive here without being sellout aggressive, she could bank the 2 and hold the cue ball right there. Because she'll have a shot on the 3. She may very well not leave a shot on the 2 if she misses the bank, but
She might go upstream
she
too
could
with
just play the
Whitey.
safety.
Yeah, probably she's got a bunch of multiple blockers there.
It's like
so-
a wall of balls down there around the
Yeah,
spot.
it's a good shot. And putting your opponent on the rail, that's big too. So that I would give that a 10 out of a 10 there. That's an excellent safe. Kristina's using a little right-hand spin there. That was a good effort there to get a hit. Okay, I think she can see the 2. She doesn't need to see the whole ball to cut in that upper left as we see the table, upper right for her.
If you watch Mayte walk around the table, you can almost see a little bit of FSR and David Al-Kaidi in her. If you watch her pace around the table, it's very similar. They're very fast moving, take quick steps. I always notice when I watch players, I notice their characteristics, so their body movements. And Mayte moves very quick in her steps around the table. Not saying that she does, she shoots quickly. She just moves with her feet quickly.
She is moving around quickly.
Yeah.
That was an excellent shot on that 2-ball.
It was a wonderful
By the
shot.
way, excellent shot. This looks pretty good. She little short, but that ball
Very
goes.
steep.
Yeah, the position here is going to be challenging for sure. What do you see here? 3 rails and power up and play short side shape on the purple.
5. Yeah, play under the 5 to shoot it up
Play
table.
3 rails or possibly 2 rails out of the corner. I don't see anything else.
Yeah, the 2-railer's a little tough because you're going to have to really dip in off that first rail. But and the 8-ball gets real big that way. I like going 3 rails at it.
Yeah.
Then you have to be mindful that you don't overhit it and cause a scratch.
Yeah, there's a lot involved here.
Like this. Oh, don't cause the scratch. Sorry, guys, I was having a seizure.
Her good position there saved her because, she got straight in.
Yeah, it was a 2-way play for sure. Getting under the 5. I do like those shots. A lot of people don't even see them.
This is a long-range jump. This is difficult. So she's not gonna use she's not gonna use the shorter version of the jump cue. You're gonna go with a longer version because you're farther away. That was excellent.
Great shot.
This position.
She wants the cue to slow it down.
She might end up with a cross side. Well,
great shot by Kristina.
That was an amazing shot. Yeah, just for the viewers out there, when you're farther away from the ball, you want your jump cue to be a little bit longer. And on the real close ones, where you're only a couple inches away, you use the short one, get really steep, almost 90 degrees. And
all right.
Kristina is well aware of those concepts.
Here's a quick look.
Yeah.
It doesn't change my camera view. There it goes.
See how she's not super steep with the jump?
Beautiful.
It's just like a 40-degree angle or something because of the proximity to the cue ball. Yeah, she can. She's really playing well. They're both playing good. She's kind of 50, tweener here. The side, the corner. I think the corner yields a better shape, but it's a harder shot. She's got that dilemma. Because she could go off, if she plays it in the corner, she could go off the rail and come out to the middle of the table easier, but the side shot's easier. I don't know if the position is. We'll see. There's there. Like I said, if she played it in the side, the position was tougher.
She's got a little gap in between the balls, so she's real close, though.
She's going to have to turn that cue ball loose here. I would say this cue ball is going to go at least, well, it looks pretty steep from the monitor. Maybe she can hold the 8 ball. It doesn't look like it from the monitor, but and does she have to deal with this side pocket scratch too? Maybe draw out of the scratch here. It's looks like it's in play. The scratch in the side. She looks like she's using like an inside, like a high inside. So she's going to go below the side pocket just like that with inside English. Excellent shot. That was a nice shot. She had a lot of right hand inside on that. That was a nice shot.
All right, guys, so I need you all to do me a favor because we've got some great matchups coming up today. And of course, at the moment, we have the current world #1 on our stream, who is on the B side of this event. So depending on how this match goes, this could be the last time we see her in this event. I would love it if we could get a lot of you to take just a couple seconds and go through and share our stream to all your social medias. Please share them to any pool groups that you may be a part of. We would totally appreciate that. Make sure that you make yourself public when you share so that the link is shared inside of that.
All right, let's see how the one on the side goes here. Oh, she was a little high with the one on the side. Let's see if she made anything else. No, nothing. Nothing went there. I'm sure Kristina's well aware that the one ball went high in the side pocket. She'll probably next rack, next opportunity she gets to break, she'll probably make an adjustment. Because that's the shot that most of these players are going for here is to play the one in the opposite side that they're breaking from. And this is a new format, putting the 9 ball on the spot. I think this is isn't that correct, Lonnie? This is the first event the first event where they're putting the 9 ball on the spot. I think they're doing everything they can to make the game better. I think pool in general, the changes they're trying to make the game more exciting, make it a better game.
Yeah, so we will also be streaming the 1 o'clock matchup between Savannah Easton and Sophia Mast, which is almost like a rematch of the World Junior Championships this year. Sophia Mast was successful in defeating Savannah in that match, but these girls, I think they're going to be playing each other for the next 20 years. So
probably
at least the next 20 years. If not longer. They're probably going to get sick of playing each other. Let's put it that way. So if you want to follow the bracket on digitalpool.com, our stream table is number 27. So and sometimes we make changes along the way, so you can't bet on it that it's going to be the match that's posted, because occasionally we move matches around just based on time but
we might have an early 9 ball attempt here. Not sure. I think either a 9 ball attempt or a safety play. Of course, we're not at the. It looks like she's not playing the 9. It's going to be some safety play using the 4-7 as blockers, just like that. Or that's the 5-4, isn't it, over there?
Mm-hmm.
5-4, yeah. So. Like she's got a pretty easy hit, little masse. She's kicking one rail or going more aggressive. I like this choice. She can get this ball 1 rail or 2. This is a very big ball because it's close to the rail like this, so she's almost guaranteed to get a hit. When the ball's out in the middle of the table, much more difficult to kick and get a hit. because you've got to hit the ball directly there. She could play that a little long and catch it rail first, or catch it directly. So that opens up a whole lot more hit area. So I think we're going to look at a safe. She's going to try to go down with the cue ball down by the 9 below those 2 balls. Just put this on the end rail. Now she was trying to go behind the 9, not in front of the 9 there. But she did half of her job good. She really took care of the 3 ball. So I wouldn't say that was a bad shot. It wasn't exactly what she intended. She was trying to use the 9 as a blocker, or maybe she was trying to use those 2 balls as blockers. But now there is a possible bank here and a thin cut, but neither one are an easy shot. It's a very difficult shot. I don't fault the safety play here.
Nice safety.
Nice play. Heads up.
Thank you to Sin City, and hey, what's up, Walt Wesley? Thanks for tuning in. Of course, Cisco as well. Thank you guys for the compliment in the chat room. If you guys are watching on any other platform other than YouTube, you're welcome to join our chat room. Just come on over to WPBA Billiards on YouTube and join the chat. Subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. Doesn't cost you a penny to support what we're doing here at the WPBA.
Yeah, I think Kristina is probably kicking herself because she knew her safety on that last shot wasn't stellar. Definitely not what she's capable of, so she's paying the price now.
She's going to give it back here. She tighten it back up.
Boy, wow. She made up for it there. Now that shot was...
What a nice safety.
Yes.
I clicked that and put that on my replay list,
wow.
Just so everyone knows.
Wow, that was a beautiful safety. She did everything right there.
Dan called it in our chat room. He called that play.
And I want to point out, too, that the 3 is in the middle of the table, which is a much harder hit. Like if she would have left the 3 on the long rail or something, it would have been a much easier hit. She's got to hit this ball directly. There's no margin of error.
Which
she did. That was...
But the percentages of hitting a ball in the middle of the table are still much less than a ball that's closer to the rail, is what Derek's trying to get at. You know, kicking at the middle of the table is so difficult.
That was an excellent kick there. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, excellent shot.
All right, a bank in the side, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
She goes for it.
It's relatively free.
She wanted to hold the cue ball behind the 9, so the cue ball tracked forward more than she would have liked. And that way, playing the bank, she felt as though she took a good chance at leaving a safe as well if she doesn't make it. Yeah. So you notice she pointed her cue at the table behind the 9 there. Hi, Ben. Thanks for tuning in.
I thought she was a real big favorite to make that bank. I'm surprised she missed it. That was
so Mayte is trying to return the safety.
They're human, so they miss too.
Everyone misses.
Everyone misses.
No one is perfect. If we could perfect this game, none of us would be playing it.
Right.
You know, we're glutton for punishment.
She's using I think she's going behind the 6 here. Knock this downstream. Oh, she mishit that. She's kicking herself right now. She was 100% trying to go behind that 6. It was a real pretty easy safe there.
All right.
Yeah, rare mistake by Kristina there.
Absolutely.
She's locking you up on that 6 ball. She knows it.
Yeah, but she still left distance, and that's huge. All right, so here we are. Kristina's going to be able to see this 3. I'm wondering if she will
I'm thinking, why
Play this a
not?
little more offensive like she did the last time with the 3.
I think that, the three's going to go up table if she misses the bank, and she'll get natural shape on the 4. Why not? Why not go here?
Oh, nice try. Cue ball comes back down to the short wheel.
She might have been playing it to go, or maybe a little bit long, so maybe if she missed it short a little bit, she might make it kind of a two-way shot.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never know, Lonnie.
No, very true. Hi, Patch. Yeah, no, I got knocked out late last night by Boyana. I struggled with the new 9 on the spot break, and I just can't figure it out. I broke drive 4 times against Savannah, 3 times against Boyana.
Wow.
It never works out well for you if you're breaking drive.
Not in 9, but no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, any cue sport for that matter. Even one pocket break is super important. Okay, so I think some type of safe here, maybe going into the 9, I think, and putting the 3 back up table. Okay, she's doing something a little different there.
Nice.
I thought she had a little opportunity there to do something aggressive, but boy, it's hard to falter here. She might have left Kristina the edge. Kristina the right edge of that 3 ball. Looks like, from the monitor, it looks like she can see the edge of it. And Kristina's just going to go up table, maybe try to get the 6, get behind the 6. I don't know about that, but I think it yields kind of just a natural safe here. Put this on the bottom rail, something like that. If the 6 gets in play, that's just a bonus. She tried. Oh, it did get in play. That's almost as good as snookering somebody behind a ball when you do that. Excellent play there.
Hey, Ben, I have watched all of Jasmine's videos. I love her stuff. I watch them just because she's a friend and she's funny. I think she's very, very entertaining. Yeah, trust me, all of us girls, we're all collabing and trying to figure out the best way, watching all the guys' videos, trying to see if we can get a piece of it. Problem is learning from the guys is a little different on the 9 on the spot than what we're doing, because we can break from anywhere. There's no break box. So it does change some of the, the dynamics behind the break for this event. And these events going forward. So yeah, Savannah will be playing Sophia today at 1 o'clock on the feature table. So she'll be right here at 1 o'clock.
Looks like she got there. It's close. She's looking. She might have to swerve it a little bit with some right hand spin. Maybe play it rail first. She could dig down with right hand spin and swerve it if she needs to. But I think she's got room.
Actually, I think she can see it.
Just come 2 rails out and to the middle of the table. Okay, she played it long. I like that. That's nothing wrong with that. She played it more high ball there than like max right spin. Nothing wrong with that. She's got a nice angle. She might like to maybe be a little bit closer, but she's got a good angle. She's in a really good spot to get out here. I think she's supposed to get out. Nice. Brittany just dropped by to wave at us.
She blew me some kisses.
Oh, I thought that was me that she was blowing kisses to.
Listen, she knows better than mess with Betsy. None of us are going to mess with Betsy. I'm just letting you know.
No, I got the okay from Betsy if it's Brittany. Oh, you set yourself up there.
Not me. I'm not the one who worries about it. I know she'd blow me kisses, so. Brittany and I have been friends for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Me too. I know her when
she was just a kid.
She was a kid. I knew her. I don't know if it's from when I went to Canada or just the tournaments when she came to the U.S., but I've known her since she was a kid for sure.
I met her when she was 19, running around with Rachel LeBink.
Yeah, I remember Rachel too. Yeah.
We probably all shouldn't have been running around together. I'm pretty sure we were bad news. For anybody who wanted to play some, we were real bad news.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Oh, but
bullies.
the guys loved it. Trust me.
Oh, I'm sure
They
of that.
did not mind losing a little bit of money to, that was. I don't think anybody ever complained losing money to Brittany. She's such a sweetheart.
All right, so 3 rails around, maybe even catching a 4th. If she catches a 4th, she's going to be
Boy,
upset.
she just got a little bit too much. That looked like a really nice shot. I liked that she went at it aggressively. Boy, it's hard to fault her here. She's just a little bit too much. I don't think it's scratchy in the side, so I think the center ball, just go all out to make it. If anything, it's scratchy in the corner.
Side?
Yeah, if anything, it would be scratchy in the corner.
If you're cutting it to the corner.
No, she's cutting it. Looks like she's cutting it to the side.
Okay.
I thought she might be cutting it to the side.
I misunderstood what scratchy in the corner meant.
like she might scratch in the corner.
Gotcha. All right, so a bit of a tester here.
Commentator slang, scratchy.
I just have a noise for that. Okay. I just have a noise for that, a sound effect. I don't have a term.
Wow.
She
Nice.
did so good. All right, 5-2. I think Mayte is going to take a break, guys. We're going to throw you a couple commercials. And Derek Pogorski and I will be back with you shortly.
I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so young.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's pool, and I love them for that.
The WPBA is the longest-standing women's professional pool tour and the biggest supporter of women playing pool.
An incredible community of strong women and people who are putting a lot of time and effort in growing women's pool.
It gives women something to strive for, a reason to improve their game and to try their hardest to become a better player.
I get to play with the best players in the world, and not only that, but I get to call them my friends.
Every time I get to come to an event, I feel at home with all of the girls.
Meeting and competing against fierce women.
The camaraderie amongst the players.
The fierce and high-level competition with a beautiful group of ladies.
We have always stuck together, and most of all, because of our competitive spirit with each other and our long-lasting friendships.
The organization always listens to what the players have to say, and they're always trying to improve the tour for us.
All right, we're back. Quick break there. Like, doesn't look like anything dropped there, too. Mayte, she left Kristina a shot here in the 1. Punch out here to the middle of the table. This is looks like a pretty straightforward out here. The ball's kind of one ball leads to the other. Maybe a little stun here off the long rail. No, she just pinched it there. Didn't need to go to the rail. Now she can draw this. She can draw this back for the. Draw this back or stun forward. She might be able to cheat the pocket, come off that long rail, come back. Let's see. This just needs to get anywhere in the middle of the table here. With the 4. She could be going forward. Looks like she's going forward. Cheat the pocket a little bit. Use the pocket. When you're close to the pocket like that, you can use the pocket to enhance your angles, get better angles. Those little nuancy things, that's what the pros are so effective. Their position. They're taking everything the table will give them. A little high right here, come back down. Hold the cue ball. She's got a nice angle on the 6. She's going to want to leave herself a little bit of an angle on the 7 too. Probably going out towards the middle of the table so she can use the rail when she shoots the 7. Like here. It's always a good idea to use the rails when you can. So now instead of like a straight draw shot, she can hit it easier and punch into the rail and come back for the 8. And it's easier to control too. So just a little punch off the rail like that. And again, same thing. Instead of leaving herself straight on the 8, I think she wanted to hit the. Give herself a little angle, come off this rail. Now, she might pinch this. She might not go into the rail, but I think she's going to go to the long rail above the side pocket. We'll see. Just like that. It's not an accident. She's using the rails on pretty much every shot. Even here, she'll hit this with pace and go into the cue ball, go into the long rail here. She doesn't want to cinch a ball or roll a ball. Notice the cue ball traveled about 7 feet after she pocketed the 9, taking out any chance of the ball skidding or anything funny happening. You'll see that difference in professionals. They tend to hit the balls harder than amateurs. Well, after you've had thousands of balls or hundreds of balls skid on you, you learn. Now these balls are really clean and they're brand new balls, so we're not getting much. Ball's not skidding much, but every once in a while, a little chalk dust gets on the ball and something funny happens. All right, she's going for the 1 in the side here, Kristina. And she's a little low. Low on the 1 in the side. Looks like she's pocketed a ball, though, and has position. has position on the 1 with angle. So she's got options here. She can play the 2 in the side or possibly in the bottom corner, or she might come all the way back down table, play this 2 in the upper left, but we'll see. No, she's just going to play the 2 in the side. I like it. 2 in the side, probably the 3 ball in the side. She's looking at it. She's looking ahead here. I don't think she's going to stun to the rail. I think she's just going to draw this back. We'll see. She might stun it to the long rail. Nope. Just draw it back a little. She's looking at getting her optimum angle. The next ball. Nice shot. I think she's gonna just play this with high, maybe a touch of left-hand English and come out to the middle of the table. Don't think she's drawing this ball, but we'll see. So you can see she's queuing up to the left, a little bit of left. Just like that. Not a lot of left-hand English, just a touch. Using the cushions. You see almost every ball she's pocketed. She's using the cushions. Now here, she doesn't need to, she's going to just draw back. She's not using, she's just looking at getting the proper angle on the 7. Now she can draw down, get a little closer to the 8. Probably hit the long rail above the side pocket here. Just like that. Looks like she had a little bit of, she might have had a little bit of outside English, left English on that. That might have been just straight draw. I don't know. It's just coming straight back here. Try to get straight on the 9. Something like that. That was a textbook out there. She's not there yet, but I'm highly confident she's going to get out. But that was just textbook there. She never even scared getting out of line. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy.
Wow. I'm flabbergasted.
Wow.
I can't believe it. Commentator curse. Wow. She executed that rack so flawlessly. Wow.
Mayte will take that.
She'll take that.
It's currently 6-3 in favor of the crystal, Kristina Tkach. The fairly textbook 9 ball.
Yes.
And a miss. Mayte has been able to steal that rack back after the missed 9 a couple racks ago.
Yeah, I mean, just a classic textbook out. She stayed perfectly in line the whole rack. Just missed the 9.
And it just goes to show that even professionals at the top level can lose just that minute second of focus.
Yep.
It's the smallest of things, the smallest of margins. They say this is a game of millimeters, and in that situation, definitely showed itself. Kristina's lack of focus right there really hurt her. And who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
She could have thought her foot was just awkward or something so very small, right? You get down on your stance, your heel's not in the proper position.
No.
And you just take it for granted and keep on going because you've done it a million times.
And everybody's done it.
Absolutely. We all know how it feels.
She could play a carom on this 9 ball. I mean, I'm sure it's, I would say probably not. She'd kind of be playing a little bit of a luck shot here, but I wouldn't rule it out. Sometimes after a bad roll like that, maybe just roll the 9, maybe get lucky here. And it's early on in the rack. So that would be the time to take a chance. if she was to take a chance there early on the rack. Looks like she left a cross side, pretty straightforward. And the 2 may or may not pass the 3. It's hard to tell. It looks like it does, though. It's close, very close.
Yeah, it's going to be a quarter pocket at best. These pockets they're playing, they're starting to tighten up a little bit. We've had a few days of play on this cloth, and so the pockets will tighten up as the cloth gets a little more used. Hi, Carl. Thanks for tuning in.
Saw a little movement there on her stroke. Did you notice that, Lonnie? She kind of moved
wiggle.
during her delivery. You want to keep that to a minimum for sure. She looks like she got lucky. This may or may not be cuttable in the side. It's hard to tell from here. Oh, she's a little snooker behind the 9. Kristina's just trying to get a hit here.
She got the snooker. She's taking her extension. They do get 1 extension per rack. By some chance, if this match were to go hill-hill, which beats 7-7 in the race to 8, they would get 1 extra extension for that rack. Well, Joey and Ashton sighting to your right. She's playing Kristina's Lateva on the table right next to these ladies. We'll check the live scores going on around the room after this rack here.
Yeah, that last 9 ball is an example of we're all humans, even the best players. Oh, I don't think that was good.
Right, so
she shouldn't. Ooh, 6 was going over in that direction. That was close. It could have been a flagrant foul, which would be loss of game. You don't want to do that. She wasn't that close, but closer than you want to get. You don't want to do that too often. Okay, there's some work here. Right away, I see that 6 ball on the long rail. It's a tough spot. One of the toughest spots on the table. If you froze that 6 ball on that rail right there, that's the toughest spot you can put a ball on a table. And she's real close to, and that's real close to being the toughest spot on that you can have on a table. So we'll be seeing how she handles that 6 ball.
So this shot's going to be a little more difficult for Mayte. She's got to get all the way down table for the 5, and she's left herself in a position where she's got to use the bridge to get there.
Wow.
So even though the ball is in front of the pocket, doesn't necessarily make it easy.
Yeah, in this instance, you want to use the pocket. So she's going to cheat the left side of the pocket, hit this more to the right than she needs to get a thinner hit and to come up the rail. Or she might hit it fuller and do something else. But definitely when you're close to the pocket like this, use the pocket to enhance, to better your shape. Okay, so she hit it. She hit it full.
I love this.
Right.
Great shot.
She played it 3 rails there, playing it full and using the pocket. So that was a smart heads-up shot for sure. Now that 7's a little bit bothersome to her.
Yeah, well, it is bothersome because if she tries to play the draw out on this shot, the 8 ball comes into play.
Yeah.
It's like she goes forward, the 7's in play. If she goes back, the 8's in play.
I think she's got to come back towards the 8.
Oh.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she had to just kind of take her medicine there and go off the 7, but definitely that was definitely a well played ball. Now here comes that pesky 6 that we talked about. I think she's going beneath the 6 here. So,
Oh,
yeah.
She got rammy.
Well,
A little rammy on that shot, I think, as she shot it a little quicker than intended.
yeah, we knew early that the ball on the purple ball on the rail by the side pocket, that was going to be a problem down the road, and it was. I think she's got room here to get by this 8.
Absolutely does. She's going to go 1, 2. Depending on how full she hits this ball, she could go 3 rails back and forth.
Yeah, nice way she powered that ball. Excellent shot. She's got a great angle.
Right, a little awkward maybe in the queuing here with the brown 7.
Yeah, and a little bit awkward with that side pocket being there, but I think she's, I think she's just draw back and go above, bring the cue ball to the rail above the side pocket there.
Yeah, no.
And stun off there. Just a low stun shot. She might have a touch of right-hand English on this. Depends how she feels. Just like that. A little bit, you can see she had a touch of right. You see the ball spin up. I think she has an angle here to come off this far long rail and back across. Maybe a little bit of high right. Kind of see the English take there. She wanted to go right to the rail. She didn't have a lot of angle. And then you could see the right English take to drop her down.
A lot of times Kristina will play this 3 rails around. Not sure if she will at the moment because she is using her extension.
Looks like she's queuing up with low ball, but she could go either way.
2 rails back out. Yeah. And that may have something to do with just comfort. She made a mistake on a 9 earlier, so she's not going to really push it. Yeah. I think she's just going to stick to the most basic of lines at this point.
Well, she executed that absolutely perfectly. She
did. Very
little
nice.
Little Z shape there. Looks like she's gathered herself. She made a couple missteps and looks like she's back back on track.
Kristina
after
Tkach.
a few missteps.
On the hill, 7-3 over Mayte Ropero from Spain.
That's good that she gathered herself after that miss on the 9. That was big. But, she's a professional. She's used to those ups and downs and good rolls and bad rolls and missteps. But she's kept her composure, and now she's on the hill.
Kristina Tkach to break. Right, dry break there by Kristina.
I'll tell you, sometimes, Lonnie, when you bounce back from a bad shot or a bad episode in the match, it fires you up. You collect yourself and you come back strong and
very determined.
Yeah, she could use that misstep as a motivating factor because she turned it back around after making a big unforced error, big mistake. And I've been playing this game a long time, and I've often done that, come back from when you stumble and fall. Like those marathon runners where the people pick them up and they cross the finish line at the end. Not quite one of those moments, but it comes to mind.
I like how Mayte puts the work in every shot. She's not a lazy player. She's definitely a hard worker. She gets behind the ball every time. Looks for the path of the cue ball, going to her next shot every single time. It's I like the work ethic.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. You're spot on.
I think her work ethic is pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's playing the number one player in the world.
That's right. She's definitely got that fighting spirit in her.
Yeah, she's held her composure and playing good. She's 1 or 2 outs, so away from getting back in this. Never know. That's the thing about pool. You never know.
And with a 9 on the spot, you can't even depend that you're like a lot of times I would say that when your opponent's got 3 more breaks, right, for you to win, you have to, with the 9 on the spot, that becomes even truer because there's no guarantee you're going to pinch that 1 in the side. It's like the slightest mishit and the break goes south on you with a 9 on the spot. So it does leave a lot of factors open, whereas before with the 1 on the spot, if your opponent was on the hill and she had 3 breaks for you to get back in, you're kind of like, oh, I don't have much chance at that. But with this 9 on the spot, it changes things a little.
Yeah, and also there's a factor of sometimes when you're way down, you stop worrying about the score, and you just play. You stop thinking about it,
Absolutely.
And I've seen it happen many times where, one player's on the hill, the other player needs 3 or 4 games, and the other player just gets up there and says, well, I got nothing to lose now. I'm just gonna, there's no reason to be nervous. I'm just gonna go. Oh, she kind of, she wanted to come up a little bit more there. She's got a nice angle and everything, but just the shot is a little bit more missable from here. She wanted to be a little closer to the 8 and come up a little higher. So there's a slight position error there. But she recovered nicely.
She got full cue ball, shooting this 9 ball.
Yeah.
To get to 4.
Nice little half table shot. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Mayte Ropero. Let's see while these ladies are racking. And it's her break next, so she could maybe make a little push. Let's see what's going on around the room. So at the moment, Pia Filler is up 7-3 on the hill over Ilu Kibaragalu. Nina Torvin is also on the hill over Dawn Hopkins, 7-4. Sakura Muramatsu is up 7-4 on the hill against Kaylee McIntosh. Gwen Biktram is up 7-3, also on the hill over Olivia Chang. Kristina Zlateva is in a battle 6-4 with Joanne Ashton. So some great matches going on around the room. These are B-side matchups, so all of those ladies are playing for their tournament life.
Yeah.
Toughest B-side I've seen in a while. Michigan Soaring Eagle last year might have been the only one that I think was similar to. The Tour Championship in December was also pretty tough, but this international field is very impressive.
It probably has something to do with New York, that the flight is just, once they get to the, fly to New York, they're there. I wonder if that has any bearing on it, but it would make sense.
Well, it's easier to get to New York, right?
Right. There's always they can from Europe and from around the world, they can always get a flight to New York, and then they're already here. They don't have to, now they don't have to go to Minnesota or someplace else. So that all makes sense.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to go to, people come here,
Yeah.
the United States.
Everybody loves
wants to
NYB.
go to New York City. Yeah, I mean,
So it looks as though she has made a ball in the break. She's got a little bit of a testing shot on the 1. She was looking up behind it, so I'm not exactly sure if she's going to try to kick safe, if she's going to be
No,
offensive and
I
try to
think
bump
she's
the
going.
8 to hold the cue ball.
I think she's going.
Yeah,
I think she was going, wasn't she?
not sure.
I think so.
Just based on her body movement, I'm not 1,000% sure.
I'm not either.
So basically, there was a question in the chat about did we vote on the spot 9 break? No. This is a WPA sanctioned world ranking event, and so they are working towards making the game more universal all over the world, and that includes inside the United States. So when we made these events, world ranking events with the WPA, we were required to go to the 9 on the spot. It's actually been kind of interesting. Yes, and because it's a world ranking event, that's why we have such a big international field. And actually, most of our events this year are world ranking events, so we're going to see big fields all year long. Pretty excited about that. If you're interested in checking out all our events this year for the 2025 season, please go to WPBA.com. There's a tab there that says events, and it'll give you a rundown of all of our events this year. We're going to be at Soaring Eagle, I believe, in June. And then it gets interesting from there. We got some travel ahead of us. We'll be in Bristol this year, as well as Louisville, back to Colorado, the U.S. Open in Escanaba, Michigan. So that we're going to be in Michigan twice this year. It's pretty cool. We've got some great stuff on the books for 2025. 2026 is looking to be even better. The board is working very hard on that.
Pool just keeps growing.
It does. The ladies were so blessed, right? I think we have such a wonderful field of talented women representing our sport right now. Very marketable women.
I'll tell you what, when I was growing up, there wasn't too many players from South America, but I tell you, in the next 5-10 years, we're going to see a lot of great champions come out of South America. It's amazing. I mean, I'm already starting to see it, around Michigan. We've got these players from South America that can really play.
Right, so here she is with these 2 balls to try to close the deal on this match over
it's kind of
Mayte
natural. She's getting perfect on all her angles. She's just a little bit more distance than she would like, but I think just the tip of high. I think 2 rails. She's going to play this 2 rails. She might just come straight down. It depends. I think this is a preference. I think she'll go 2. Yeah, just like that. Come into the angle.
Overshot it
Overshot
tiny bit here.
Wow. Yeah, this is a cut in the side. I think she's a huge.
Got to put the work in.
Yeah, I think she's a huge favorite to make this shot. Doesn't look too tough.
Hi, Robert. We are not selling the pool ball sets from this particular event because these are the blacks and they're not ours. But you can always go to our website, check it out, and see if we have any for sale through the website. I'm not selling these particular sets from this event. All right. Congratulations to Kristina Tkach. Thank you so much to Derek Pogorski for
I enjoyed
excellent commentary through that matchup. We are going to be rebooting the stream because our next matchup is going to be at 1 o'clock Eastern time zone between Sophia Mass, the world junior champion, and Savannah Easton, the roadrunner. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond. I am the host of this show. Thank you for watching the 2025 Olhausen Raxx Mezz Invitational, sponsored by Tsunami Cues as well, RJH Custom Cues. Thank you to the tour sponsors, Kamui, Diamond, Perfect Rack, Classic Billiards, Big Family Custom Creations, Castillo Leather Goods, How Flash Carbon Shafts, Professional How Tips, Aramith, Simonis, and of course, ICA Training Tool. Check them out at icatraining.com. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out and make sure that you like the video before you leave. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to reboot this stream, so don't forget to subscribe so you get notified when we're live.